Ro4 with a different name, say 1/1, just in case it bugged out from the drop or something. And it looks like this game will be on Grand Line. Now actually, Game, can you confirm how many set maps there were? I'm pretty sure it was the first 3 maps are set. But I'm not 100% sure. So I believe this will be like actually the first map that will be chosen.
Also, can you fill me in on the results of last map?
Yep, Deska took that. It was kind of a weird
Nice.
game. Like he went for it was 11, or I think you were here for the 11 hatch versus 12
Yes,
pool.
yes.
But basically both it was like an all-in lane kind of from Deska, and Ace got out 3 mutas but lost like his Spire and all his drones, so had to type
Interesting.
out. All right, so looks like we're ready. Gonna go in the game. Game will not be joining us to hopefully fix Diggity's issues that might have been an issue. Let us pray. Everybody cross your fingers, and here we go. The map is still being distributed because some random guys joined. All right, once again. Yes.
Grand Line. Grand old time.
All right, and in the bottom right position as the teal Zerg, we do have Ace. And in the bottom left position as the red Zerg, we do have Deska, who's currently down 1-2 against the Hungarian Sniper Zerg.
Yeah, moving to a little bit larger map in ZVZ, oftentimes that's the thing with ZVZ. It's such a precise matchup, and it's so close. It's just a matter of drones and just 1 or 2 Zerglings that can make all the difference in a map. It gets really interesting when you're talking about these gigantic wide maps like this, where it's so difficult to scout and so difficult to get a read on what your opponent's doing, because you basically have to be in a position to know what you're going to execute. And this is where I think the better player really shines, when you're playing kind of in the dark like this.
Indeed, I was actually talking to someone the other day about the semifinals. I was like, oh man, we got 2 mirror matchups. Probably not the most exciting, but then he was like, no, dude, like ZVZ, especially if you watch like really good players like Jaedong, they can do the exact same build as you, and just with little bits of micro and little like Zergling sneaks around, they can pull ahead with an advantage. And it's really cool to see how they do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, hold that thought. It looks like Deska going for a 9 hatch, probably going to be 9 hatch 9 pool. This is a Zergling all-in build, I do believe. And against Ace, who looks like he's going for a 12 something. If he goes for a 12 hatch, he could be in a lot of trouble, I think. No, it looks like he will be going for the 12 pool once again. But I think this is a really smart move by Deska, because it is a big map. You'd probably expect your opponent to 12 hatch. So the all-in links could be good.
On top of that, yeah, you've got a natural expansion, which is fairly wide, as well as a wide ramp. So it's much more difficult to get the pure Zergling counts needed to block that off. So I think this is an excellent, excellent build. Obviously, it's going to be up to Ace to just hold out, try to pray to get to Mutalisks, and then just have enough Mutalisks up in the air to deal with the Zergling forces on the ground, if it is going to be a Zergling all. And the nice thing about doing the 9 hatch 9 pool is if you run up, you don't like your situation, you still have an additional hatchery, and you still have additional larvae to work with, and then you just have to worry about the air counter. So it's not irrecoverable as far as an opening build, but it is very strong. I love seeing opening Zerglings like this, and we do see a hatch in the meantime in the background for Ace.
Indeed, and Ace has actually... Oh, he pulled 1 guy off gas. I do believe that is standard. It's some kind of funky timing thing. That is 2 Gosu for me, but I do believe two guys on gas here is standard. However, Deska, also getting his gas, probably going to only go for Ling speed and just pump out a ton of Zerglings. Now, interesting to note that this second Overlord from Ace is going in the right direction, and it will see that the second Overlord from Deska is quite a bit slower than him. So judging, like, based on the timings of where the Overlords meet, he might be able to figure out what Deska's up to.
And really, it looks like we already have Zerglings produced. This is the difficulty now. Zerglings moving in the forward field for Ace. Ace trying to get some scouting information out. Once Ace sees these incoming Zerglings, he needs to react immediately, get all sorts of defenses up, just to hold out, buy himself some time. Looks like a scouting drone also moving that bottom right. Oh, this is going to be absolutely critical. And you can see, again, once this drone moves in here, how wide this expansion is. Look how wide that gap is for a Zergling flood in there. It looks like the drone catching information is just going to pull out just in case there's Zergling speed. And it doesn't look like Ace is going to catch up with the Zergling. Zerglings now starting to move out. Wow, and that is a sizable army, and you can expect more to come. There's plenty of larvae, plenty of drones just to pump nothing but Zerglings at this stage.
Indeed. But what I'm wondering is whether or not he's going to wait for Zergling's speed to finish before he goes in, because right now it's just under halfway done. And it looks like he's just gonna chill in the middle of the map and wait for that to finish before he goes in. Not gonna commit too early. The link speed for Ace is actually done quite a bit sooner. But let's see if he's gonna move out. He does actually currently have about equal link numbers, but pretty soon that will be going in Deska's favor.
Interesting here, this is the reaction time for Ace as he moves up and sees that there's no drones on gas. He needs to react immediately. It looks like Ace starting to press forward, and upon that Overlord encroaching on that forward base, it looks like Deska is going to move back with his Zergling force, try to reposition. So interesting maneuvers, and it looks like those Zerglings are actually going to try to dodge that Overlord in forward field. Again, pulling back, waiting for, just waiting for Zergling speed to kick in. And within the next, okay, now Zergling speed finished. The Zerglings is going to dive in. This is going to be everything for the match. Wow. It looks like we do have a creep colony being built on the front door. I don't know that it's going to morph in time, though.
I don't think it is. Now, the lair for Ace is finished, but it doesn't matter. He's not going to go for a Spire. He just needs to hold this attack because Deska is pretty much all in with this. He's going in. The Sunken isn't started yet. Oh, he doesn't have enough money to start the Sunken. He needs the 50 minerals. It just starts now, but it looks like Ace with a much better concave is going to get the better end of this deal somehow, coming out ahead. No, never mind. Deska had superior link numbers, overcame the concave, and will come out ahead in this battle. Now the Sunken is about to finish. It's going to be really crucial, but Deska can actually just run past that. No, he's going to target it down. The Sunken goes down. Deska flooding in with more Zerglings. Ace is in a lot of trouble right here. He's mass-producing Zerglings, but I don't think it's going to be enough. His drones are all going to go down right here. They're completely undefended. Not even going to stack them, just going to attack.
I love the decision to build on this map for Deska. It looks like we are, in fact, going to see an extended series tied 2-2. And lo and behold, I did not crash. Fantastic.
Indeed. So
That's
Diggity,
to do it on.
Diggity is now alive and well with us, and we will be going into a 5th game of this semifinal. So here we go.
Really good decision making, I gotta say, for the builds, particularly on Grand Line when we have such a wide expansion. Did not look like Ace was capable of coping with it. I think there was a moment there where he probably needed